Okay, this is code challenge number 43. So let's take a look. We are going to continue to challenge our young learners, and this time we're going to repeat a code 50 times. That's a lot. We're going to count by ones, and we're going to stop before we reach 50. And again, for your learners, have them tell you why. We want to know why the count is stopping before 50, even though you're going to display 50 numbers to the screen. Okay, so with that being said, we have to create a variable to start our count structure with. And then of course, we're going to change the value of that variable in order to make those 50 count, those 50 iterations, and then stop after we're done with 50. So make sure that they display the instructions to the screen, create that variable, change the value of that variable. Let's see this in code. Okay, so here's our pseudocode. Repeat a loop 50 times, display count by ones, and stop before 50. And this is where we're going to create a variable, store a value to that variable, and that value will be 0 because that's going to be our starting point, our counting point. This is where we're going to start. In code, again, remember that the count starts at 0. That's the default system, not at 1. Okay? So have our young learners make sure that they remember that as they go through this tutorials, as you bring them through each of these tutorials. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at, with that being as it is, inside the code structure, there's a loop that says, okay, we're going to do this, do this, do this, do this, and we're going to start at 0. This always changes until it reaches 49. And then this structure over here explains why. So this is really putting that logic into place, is that this condition, the while loop, the looping structure, stops when the condition is false. So this always runs when this is true. So while x is less than 50, when x reaches 50, then this is false and it will not execute. But until then, it's going to display the numbers 0 through 49. So that's really why we have this. It will display that, and I can easily say display the output, and we have to logically think what that output would be. So if we do that, let's see if we could run the code. Let me change my numbers. And while x is less than 50, and run it. So this is going to give us a lot of numbers, and as you can see, it does stop at 49 and it does start at 0. So we're doing good, and I'll see you next time.